Though Musk has made comments about Bitcoin in the past, he's never really discussed the technology that underpins it. Hi Cardano lovers, welcome to Cardano Land, your daily dose of Cardano. If you're interested in everything around Cardano, this is the place for you. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for us to provide you with more Cardano news. And let us know in the comments how much you think Cardano will cost next week. Let's get to it. Musk said in 2013 that Bitcoin is undoubtedly an invention, but that it will be mostly used for illicit transactions. However, drawing conclusions solely based on that interview will not provide us with a clear picture of where he stands. To do so, we must quick forward to the near future. Musk tweeted on January 10th that Bitcoin is not my safe word, after previously saying it was his safe word, and then quickly clarifying that he was joking. Whatever he was getting at, the result was even more BTC talk on Twitter. He continued to hint at his interest in Bitcoin for the next few weeks, before finally announcing the Tesla Nasdaq TSLA would purchase a few BTC. We all think that Musk is well versed in finance and technology, but it appears that he needed a tweet from business intelligence guru and Bitcoin enthusiast Michael Saylor to even consider buying BTC as part of Tesla's hedging strategy. According to the facts, after Musk realized the potential of cryptocurrencies, he began learning more about them and soon began praising one currency in particular, Dogecoin. You can't hold him responsible for that. For a bit, Elon joined in the fun and memes before he remembered that Doge isn't distributed evenly. He went back and forth with Doge, just as he did with Bitcoin. He recently expressed his support, only to later express concern. In the end, it appears that this relationship turned out well, as Musk mentioned that he, his children, and I all own Dogecoin. Cardano is the newest cryptocurrency to catch Musk's attention. He recently updated his Twitter profile image, which now includes a fork stabbed into a road, and the bio, Meta 4K. This appears to be a reference to the forthcoming Mary hard fork, which is set to go live on the mainnet on March 1st. Cardano's creator, Charles Hoskinson, is persuaded that this is the case. Musk attracts a lot of interest from potential crypto investors, despite the fact that he and his tweets are lightning rods for SEC scrutiny. All eyes are now on Cardano as a result of him. Having so much emphasis on one person, who appears to be well versed in memes, can have a long-term positive impact on the cryptocurrency room. Will the Rocket Man be able to do what he did for Bitcoin and Doge for Cardano? Only time will tell if this is true. All signs seem to point that way, but keep in mind that the prophet from Pretoria isn't always sober when he tweets. And aside from Elon Musk, it's still a good idea to do your own homework and spend wisely. Until Elon drops another clue for investors to pick up on, let's see what Cardano has been actively doing. The price of the project continues to skyrocket. This comes after Cardano's parent company, Input Output, recently announced a partnership with World Mobile Group. Cardano's use cases are expected to grow in African companies like Tanzania and Ethiopia as a result of the collaboration. First, the companies want to use clean, solar-powered energy to bring internet access to Tanzania. They will collaborate to provide low-cost network nodes based on the Cardano blockchain infrastructure. These network nodes can serve as local internet access relays. Then, ostensibly, subscribers to these networks would be able to use Atala Prism, Input-Output's digital identity solution. They'll be able to use services like digital banking, healthcare, and education as a result of this. The Atala Prism solution from Input Output is a user-controlled identity platform. It creates a digital version of official physical documents, such as passports and diplomas. People would be able to protect their personal data while communicating with corporations and governments as a result of this. Atala Prism is currently being deployed to 5 million users in Ethiopia, in collaboration with the Ethiopian Ministry of Education. Data from the Ethiopian Ministry of Education's learning management systems will be combined with student IDs. These student IDs, once connected, will drive personalized instruction and, in the long run, data-driven education policies. According to Charles Hoskinson, founder of Cardano and CEO of Input Output, people would be able to provide backup copies of essential documents, such as qualifications or land ownership documents. Returning refugees will be able to reclaim their homes as a result of this. Hoskinson also emphasized the importance of developed countries in advancing the global acceptance of blockchain technology. He claims that a lack of infrastructure has stifled their development. In this situation, however, it can work in their favor. Prakash Chand, FD7 managing partner and co-founder of Ask the Doctor, has been influenced by Hoskinson's viewpoint. His company sold its Bitcoin BTC assets in order to invest in Cardano and Polkadot DOT. In the meantime, due to Cardano's presence on the continent, Ask the Doctor has agreed to move its Ask token to the blockchain. Cardano CEO Charles Hoskinson has also expressed his views on the company's future plans, acknowledging that the organization fails to meet the project's 5-year targets. Of course, because I'm an overly optimistic individual who tends to underestimate engineering and scientific sophistication, we didn't quite make it. We're pulling together and turning on all the stuff we've dreamed of over the last 5 years in 2021, which is kind of our overflow year, according to Hoskinson. In addition, the Cardano ecosystem recently announced plans to launch Age USD, the first ever stablecoin. The algorithmic stablecoin appears to be on track to reduce exposure to cryptocurrency markets that are prone to volatility. Within the industry, stablecoins have become increasingly common. In that regard, Age USD appears to be set to add more value to the Cardano blockchain ecosystem. On the Cardano ADA network, Age USD, a new form of algorithmic stablecoin, will debut. By market capitalization, its native token ADA is now the 7th largest cryptocurrency. This is the first time a stablecoin has been launched on the top blockchain network. The stablecoin is the product of a partnership between Cardano's parent company, Input Output Global, blockchain solutions provider Emergo, and the Ergo Foundation, the stablecoin's main developers. The news comes as cryptocurrency demand soars, with the flagship cryptocurrency, Bitcoin BTC, setting new all-time peaks. As a result, this demand appears to be driving up the value of stablecoins in circulation, which currently account for the majority of cryptocurrency trading pairs. Tether is the most widely used stablecoin, USDT. The amount of USDT in circulation has more than doubled to 47.2 billion so far this year. According to CryptoSlate, there are now more than 30 different stablecoin options on the market. Cardano's main chain added the ability for users to build and transact in their own native tokens in February. Cardano is attempting to distinguish itself from other blockchain networks, such as Ethereum, ETH, and Polkadot, by transforming into a multi-asset blockchain. Furthermore, the transformation is part of Cardano's Voltaire roadmap. The final pieces needed for the Cardano network to become a self-sustaining system would be the final pieces required for the Cardano network to become a self-sustaining system, according to the platform update. Cardano has a roadmap in place that runs until 2025. The Voltaire update is the last phase on the roadmap. The Voltaire Age of Cardano will provide the final pieces needed for the Cardano network to become a self-sustaining infrastructure, the Cardano roadmap says. On Sunday, Cardano's ADA cryptocurrency soared, propelling the smart contract platform back into the top tier of market capitalization rankings. On major exchanges, ADA surged 14% to $1.83, setting a new all-time high. It was last seen floating just below $1.80, having gained 14% on the day, 31% on the week, and over 47% in the previous month. According to CoinGecko, Cardano has a market cap of $57.8 billion, edging out Tether USDT for 6th place on the market leaderboard. On CoinMarketCap, Cardano's market ranking may be as high as 6th. ADA also outperformed Bitcoin BTC in comparison, rising 16% against the most common cryptocurrency. When measured in Bitcoin, ADA is still well below its all-time peak. As investors prepare for the next leg of the bull market, Cardano is being backed by a confluence of economic, fundamental, and sentiment-driven indicators. The resumption of ADA's uptrend was verified late last week after the cryptocurrency crossed the $1.48 resistance, as Cointelegraph recently stated. The immediate upside goal is $2, followed by $2.25, according to price action. Fundamentally, Kraken, a digital currency exchange, revealed last week that ADA staking was now available on its website. Users of Kraken can now conveniently finance their ADA staking accounts to earn incentives of up to 6%, with payouts arriving regularly. The Alonzo update, which is expected to bring smart contract capability on the blockchain, is the next big step in Cardano's multi-year growth roadmap. Last month, Input-Output Hong Kong, Cardano's development arm, stated that Alonzo is being gradually deployed to the mainnet via several testnets. During May and June, early adopters and partners will be able to test features of the update. Let us know in the comments below what your thoughts are on how much you think Cardano will cost next week. And make sure to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. See you next time at Cardano Land.